Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me. So, I wanted to talk with you about money, and now I think it's a pretty important topic because of what's going on with the economy. So, I remember hearing about Law of Success um, in 2008. And around that time, I was listening to 25 Secrets to Wealth Creation and different things. And what I had heard about was in The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. Um, Napoleon Hill says some people will never see a depression or recession or whatever it is, and he, of course, he wrote that book way before 2008. But um, he said some people will never see the depression because their focus is really on basically creating, making money, lifting themselves up, doing something. And he, you know, gives some that I would say is pretty close to the blueprint to success in the book The Law of Success. And I'll probably make more than one video about this. But when it comes to finances, there are a couple important things, and I've been talking about these lessons, but they're important. This is why I keep bringing them up. One, I know lessons are accelerating and repeating themselves over and over pretty fast right now because time has been speeding up on Earth. And so we need to get these lessons faster and we need to actually use them. Um, so just consider when you think about money, like what's important, because a lot of people are coming out of college and they're realizing that they're not doing the work that they thought they would do. Like they might have got a degree in something, totally different, and then they started working, you know, as a server in a restaurant making a lot of money, or the bartender in a restaurant making a lot of money. Or maybe they didn't get a degree in tech whatsoever, but they're making a ton of money in cybersecurity, or they're making a ton of money in real estate, or they're making a ton of money in different areas than they thought they would. So just keep in mind that there's a lot that is going on. And as far as money is concerned, there are three things, and I've talked about it before, the hedgehog concept, that there are three things that we need to remember. And I know I keep harping on this, but it's important. If you get it right, you can make a ton of money and really be happy as far as finances go in a time when a lot of people are not happy, not financially secure, not that because they're not thinking outside the box. You need to understand you're not always going to work in the area that your degree is concentrated in. But if you do the work, if you really contribute, if you really make a difference, if you really also try to help as many people as you can to get what they need, you can get what you need and you want, and you can be wildly successful. So there's this video that talks about the Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort, and I haven't seen the movie, but I think it is actually called The Wolf of Wall Street, and Leonardo DiCaprio is the character for he's the actor that portrays this character, Jordan Belfort. But what's really important is that Jordan is teaching that the people basically who are the most successful are willing to drop or, just kind of put their ego to the back seat or put it in the back seat so that they could be humble, learn what they need to know from the people that have been the most successful, and actually do what they need to do to make a lot of money. So a person who, let's say, doesn't do that might be thinking they're way too smart, they're way too this, they're way too that to do a repetitive job that's not really allowing them to use a lot of creativity and this and that. And so they might say they're not going to work this job. Someone else who didn't get a degree or multiple degrees, maybe they didn't even graduate from high school, but that person might say, take a free training, get a certificate or two in cybersecurity, and make $1 million the first year. Why? Because they're willing to humble themselves, put their ego in the back seat, and focus on what they really need to do to reach their goals. Now, is there a chance that later on they could get into the field that they want to when the economy is more stable? It's possible. But it's possible that they might not get the freedom that they want. They might not get, the rewards, the success that they want. They might not get the wealth that they want. And it's because they're not willing to do something that's repetitive to get the rewards that they're looking for. So we all need to think about this. Like, I was talking to a friend about this, just a little while ago, and I was saying, kids need to know, they need to think about this. Do the thing that's going to help you make the most money right now, that's going to help you so you can actually save up some money and make some decisions about what you want to do with your future. So let's say that is cybersecurity and you are making $1 million, or IT or whatever, and you're making $1 million. Okay. That sounds great. While you're trying to figure out, do you want to go to, graduate school? Do you want to go to college? What do you want to do, beside that? Do you want to build your own business? What do you want to do? So while you're deciding those things, you could be stacking a lot of money. So you could be doing something that you enjoy, that you're really learning, and you could be doing something that you're good at. So something that's a financial powerhouse, right, that you're good at, and that also you enjoy, and that might not be your favorite thing. Let's say part-time or as volunteer work, you do the thing that you would say is, the thing that is your degree is concentrated in. Okay. So no one had to say that you have to make all the money that you survive on with work. That's your degree, you know. Focus on doing the thing that makes the most sense for you, especially now as, they're talking about we're really in a depression or recession. A lot of people are calling it a lot of things. The housing market is not doing good. The stock market is up and down, and I think mostly down. So we need to think about the best way for us to make money, and that may not be doing something that doesn't make sense. That may be doing something like I'm talking about that can bring you in a lot of money right now, that you can do, that you're good at, that you enjoy learning and doing, but it may not be the thing that your major is concentrated in. Just listen to what I'm saying. It's what it takes to survive. And when you do things like this, later on, I think you will appreciate that you actually made this decision, and that you'll have tons of cash stacked up to do whatever you want. So you may be able to take a mini retirement if that's what you want to do, or you may be able to take more than one retirement over your lifetime because that's what you want to do. So just consider what I'm talking about, doing the thing can actually help yourself. Um, and it may not be, at first, you may not think of this as, oh, this is the best solution for what's going on, but it may be, because there may be a lot of things that you need to do to help yourself to survive in the coming months and years. Um, and I hope you really take heed. Hope you listen to this message, and I hope you really follow this, because if you do, I think you'll be happy. I think you could be successful. I think you could do a lot of things that you want to do. Um, and it just makes sense. I would say the thing that doesn't make sense is you continuing to let your ego make decisions for you that could lead to you really suffering. So, decisions to make. So finances, finding the work that could be a financial powerhouse, that could be HVAC work. Like I said, it could be cybersecurity work. It could be um, a lot of different things. It's just you looking at what's the best solution, what's the best thing for you to do. And when you do that, you could really get a lot of benefit out of this. So I hope you do, um, hope you enjoy this video. And as always, looking forward to making you more videos soon. Signing off for now, as always, happy lightning fast manifesting, and I'm appreciating you joining me. As always, I will talk to you soon. All right.